spot top of the corner. Once that flashbang goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, he's able to pick it up. He's got one more play that he can do, right up front of sight, and he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that have goals now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, band speed, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
After Americas concluded last week, we obviously have one more region to cover, which is Eurasia. Day 2 yesterday, unfortunately no stream coming out, but the second day and the third day, of course, where we will have some beautiful Critical Ops lined up for you guys. Today, just one best of 3. My name is Dutchboy or Jesse, whatever you want to call me. Next to me, Mark, and this is actually the first time we've casted together, so I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate you having me. Usually Eurasia is also not something I'm casting. I'm usually up in the Americas area, but nice to be up and early here for the nice Eurasia Season 3 of Pro League. Season 3, that's incredible. We've gotten this far. We've seen lots of different storylines and actions, you know, I guess rivalries maybe, you know, between teams, between just people in general on those teams kind of form over the past few seasons. But we're here in the playoffs, so excited to see it. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff we got to cover before we get in the game today.
Yeah, it really is. And before we do that, of course, you speak about 3 Pro League seasons. After that, there's still worlds to come, right? And that's where, obviously, we're going in to the end of this year. Worlds 2023 is coming soon. And that will be, yeah, I'm looking forward to it for the most part, of course, because there's a lot of Critical Ops yet to be covered there as well. And the qualifiers will come in quite soon. So we're obviously looking towards, you can join the Critical Ops Discord to find all the info as soon as there is, and we'll obviously keep you guys informed as soon as we have those infos for you ready.
Make sure you also follow the Critical Ops Esports social channels. Lots of cool updates there, as well as some highlights and short clips and information, as Jesse mentioned. But let's dive a little bit first into how we even got here in the first place. What's the format like of the Pro League? If you're brand new to Critical Ops Esports, if this is your first ever stream tuning in, we'll go over the format for a little bit. We had that round robin stage right before we got to the playoffs. Every team playing each other in a best of 2 matchup series, and that added up to specific amounts of points. Now we're in the playoffs, right? So you can see the top 4 teams from that round robin league stage advanced here. We had those qualifiers and eliminator yesterday. We had the qualifier 2, I believe, best of 3 today. Loser of that first qualifier versus the winner of that eliminator. And tomorrow there will be that exciting electric grand finals. Best of 5. That is going to be very fun to watch. And that's for all the marbles. We'll go over the prize pool in a little bit, but this is the exact format you've seen so far. And this is kind of how we've gotten to where we are. So you can see here the playoff week 2. That is today, Eurasia, October 7th. Or maybe it's October 8th, wherever you might be, but October 7th for a lot of the folks here playing in the actual game today, and obviously it will commence on October 8th total. So October 7th to October 8th, lots of action happening here for the Eurasia playoff week 2. But Jesse, this is going to be pretty exciting, and I'm pretty sure the teams are fighting for some really exciting prizes here as well.
Yeah, they really are. And these final 2 days, it will obviously all be decided. And all of these players have already achieved themselves some beautiful prize money. That's, of course, still up in the air. And here, of course, those prizes will be coming through. The round robin stage, every single team will achieve themselves some great cases of event and premium liking, but then once you get into the playoffs, the prices will get a whole lot sweeter, and as you can see, then also some prize money is involved into it, and an exclusive skin for the first place. First place will get themselves $3,000, the second will get 1.5, and going on to the third with a 1,000, and the number fourth, of course, which already is, fortunately to say that I'm gonna have to spoil it a little bit, but Invictus having taken that fourth spot. But of course, for today, those third and second place might get decided, as we already know our grand finalists for today. More about that in a little bit. But before we do that, the exclusive skin, of course, that we gotta be showing, and that one is a pretty beautiful one, if you ask me. Complete with the blue team, of course, the AK-47.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's I know we've had some really bright ones in the past. This one's a little more mellowed out, and I still think beautiful is the correct word to describe it, Jesse. It is gorgeous. It's not necessarily flashy, but it's beautiful, right? It's got all the textures you want, it's got the colors you need, and obviously the winners of this Pro League will be very happy to don that on their AKs, and I think only the best of the best are able to have this champion skin, as we know. But which teams are left here? As you maybe are aware, if you're a fervent follower of the Eurasia Critical Ops Esports scene, you'll know here. But we're down to the last four, or actually three teams, as Jesse mentioned. Yesterday we did see Invictus go down in fourth place, but Mafia, Team G9, and Violent GG are our last few teams that are standing here. As we can see, those are the teams that have been left for the Eurasia playoffs. But Jesse, this is going to be a pretty exciting matchup, and here we go. Here's how we got here.
Yeah, the playoffs already went on. Surprisingly enough, of course, both matches maybe not necessarily the way you expected it. Sure, Invictus has not been the best this season due to the fact that they had to make a lot of roster changes going into this season because of a lot of their players either not playing Critical Ops anymore in the name of a Jimmy, going some other places himself, not allowing him to play anymore, still giving away the organization to the players to play for, and of course a player such as Vulgrant, or known as Deadly Dave, going towards that side of Mulip Mafia, and that's why that first result is very, very surprising. Mulip Mafia almost not dropping a single thing in the round robin stage, and now losing versus Violent GG, where a week before, Mark, where there were still matches in play for the round robin stage, Mulip Mafia took this game 2-0. So that's very surprising to see that Mulip Mafia now get beaten whenever it matters the most. Were they a little bit scared? What was going on? Because both of the matches were down to a 25 rounder. Both matches 13-12 in the favor of Violent GG.
Yeah, and I mean those maps are obviously the closest you can get in Critical Ops, but I think also interesting to see they did have a little bit of a lifeline, right? There was the qualifier one, not the eliminator, so maybe they were like, okay, let's test ourselves a little bit. Obviously, I think they would want them to win, but today's the real test versus G9. Mullet Mafia, as we know, are one of the star teams here and have performed exquisitely, like you mentioned, Jesse. So it'll be curious to see. I believe also on the other side of things, the G9 Invictus game was also pretty close, not as close as 12 or 25 rounds for both games, but I think one of them at least did go 25 rounds. So pretty close regardless. And so this could be a very close matchup. It could be 3 maps. Who knows?
It could be, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like Team G9 and Mulip Mafia themselves always here, of course. And for Team G9, the fact they're now taking a 2-0 versus Invictus is, in my eyes, very, very good looking for them, because what has happened in this regular season inside of the round robin stage mostly has been that they, for example, were very unlucky. I name a game against Invictus, I name a game against Mulip Mafia, 13-12, 13-11 on a map like Canals, which is usually very little mistakes, everyone knows the map. In those matchups that we really saw from Team G9 coming out, they were so close to making it work, and then they started going aggressive for some reason, which completely made the round fell apart, and after that, 3 rounds consecutively won by the opponent team, which caused them to win in the end. And those are the difference for Team G9 being down here at the bottom or potentially going to that top 2 spot. So I'm looking forward to see what Team G9 can offer today.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see what we get, but also what maps we're playing. So that's obviously something we want to be considerate of. So Team G9 and Mullet Mafia, this is our single game that we're seeing today. The 2 match off, right? Best of 3. We could go 3 maps, could go 2, could be a short stream today. But either way, hopefully you're nice and comfy, settled in wherever you're tuning in from. If you're here for the Eurasia matchups, I assume you're probably in Eurasia, at least Europe or Asia, one of those time zones. So it's probably evening, afternoon for you, morning over here in the US side. So we appreciate you for tuning in. But I think we might be ready to go over the teams a little bit, at least, and check out them. Yeah, Team G9 versus Mullet Mafia. And I believe we're going to go over team profile. So Team G9, let's take a look at them first. Obviously, a team that, we are pretty confident on after beating Invictus too, as you mentioned, Jesse. But let's take a look at some of the player stats here.
Yeah, they're of course known to be the team of Team Flames, where they played in Pro League Season 2 as well, where they didn't get themselves into the playoffs. Now obviously rebranding over to Team G9, which have obviously had their legacy played in the Circuit Season 1, where they played in Intermediate, then Circuit Season 2. To get into Pro League, they got themselves that first place, so definitely some cool things to have for them. But once you take a look at their roster, it's actually very, very interesting the way they've approached it in terms of the players they've put up, because you can see these players. Bubba Sodak is known to be their IGL, of course, coming in. You got Uriah Fair, Akulkid, Crux, Lucid, and Balvin. And what they did before was they didn't have Balvin in there. They had a 6-man roster. Now, Balvin seems to be a new player coming in. It's a player that has played in Season 1 for Invictus of Pro League. Then in Season 2 he played as well, but not that much. Now he's back. And all of a sudden, substituting for Team G9 as a main player. He played very, very good in that best of 3 as well against the side from Invictus. And now he's fully here in the playoffs. So he hasn't had any experience in this Season 3 whatsoever with Intermediate nor the Pro League as a whole. But he is just substituting in and now put into the main position of this team. And now the team consists of Adulkit, Crux, Fair, Balvin, and Babbo. Those are the 5 players that have not been substituted out in that game against Invictus. Whereas before, they had a 6 to maybe even 7-man roster coming in, a lot of player changes. So maybe that's now the lineup they want to play with. Maybe they want to now go for comfort now, cool Mark. And that's, I feel, something Team G9 could profit from in the long run.
And I mean, Balvin, looking at his rating, he's performed exceptionally well. He has obviously a good amount of experience as well. So even coming into a new roster, putting in as a main, I think the pressure is not necessarily getting to Balvin. And yeah, going into that more seasoned roster, right? They have less players. I mean, well, they did add a player, obviously, with Balvin, but still, maybe a little less variability. You can see every player still has a good amount of maps played. And so I think if we compare this to the other side of Mullet Mafia, we might see a little bit of difference here, given the teams have maybe a little bit of a different approach style into how they want to go with their rosters and how maybe often they want to switch out their players and whatnot. But yes, I think we'll take a look at Mullet Mafia as well in a short second. And so you can see on Team G9, firstly, looking at their stats, obviously Raid goes over quite well for them, but basically 50% on every other map, right? Costello, Village, Bureau, Soar. Canals is the only one that is 54%, slightly higher, but as you can see here, it's kind of a coin toss on all the maps. So Jesse, this one will be very interesting to see. I mean, I'm sure if Mullet Mafia has done their homework, they don't necessarily want to play them against Raid, but either way, could be interesting to see which maps end up getting picked.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting, right? This is exactly how I feel like Team G9 is positioned, just getting unlucky sometimes and getting very close in most of their matches. Winning one, then losing another. And that's why they're always going to be around that 4th to 5th spot in the playoff or in the Pro League, usually speaking. Now, obviously, trying to achieve that more. If they win against this next team that we're going to take a look at, then they're potentially going to be able to make it all the way. But on the other side, Mullet Mafia themselves, a team you got to be watching out for. A team that has played very, very limited tournament in terms of their history, but immediately getting 2nd place in Pro League Season 2. And I feel like the main favorites coming into this season. Unfortunately, yesterday, of course, they lost versus Violent GG. But once you take a look at their lineup, they've gotten one guy, which we're all looking at, which hasn't really performed that well this season, which is surprising to me. It's Deadly Dave.
Yeah. Deadly Dave, 71% win rate, but obviously the high amount of maps and the high win rate. And so we'll see here if he can perform today. Obviously, you see Star there doing quite well there too, but Shadow, Aki, Valley, Novocaine, and GTA, all players on this roster who have performed quite well. I would say the ratings are very similar compared to that of G9, right? Across the board, both of these teams have good amounts of experience with maps played, as well as the win rate in the rating. So we'll have to see here if we can take a look at the actual map percentages from Mullet Mafia, if there's any significant increase or advantage on certain maps. And it seems like Quite a few of them actually. So you see Village here, Mullet Mafia has a 100% win rate compared to that 50%, but still a lot of 50%, right? Soar, Canals, and Costello all around 50-60%. Bureau, Raid, and Port though have a little bit higher of those percentages, but I do believe Mullet Mafia has, I mean, they've played a good amount of games as well. So their win percentage is not necessarily like they played 4 games and won 3 of them. It's they still have a substantial map pool, and it's a good amount of depth for them as well. But I'm curious to see which maps will actually be playing. But let's take a look at the player kind of head-to-heads first, Jesse.
Yeah, we have to take a look at that. And Mullet Mafia really, because of that limited time they've played together, necessarily with this lineup, you can see those stats being a little bit higher because they've just simply won a lot of their games going into it. So that's really cool to see coming in from Mullet Mafia. These are the 2 heavy hitters, of course, coming in. Deadly Dave, also known as Vulgrant before, now obviously playing for with a new name himself. Support player coming in. I mean, he's definitely supporting, but mainly in the rating in the fragging department. 1.5 rated, although I said before, because this Mullet Mafia lineup is a team consisting of a lot of players that can frag, he's kind of going into the shadows a little bit, not necessarily the person to watch out for. And then you have a Balvin on the other hand, getting substituted in. I still can't believe it myself, but getting substituted in just for this playoffs and immediately taking a 2-0 against Invictus, also on one of their favorite maps in the name of Costello. That's impressive in my eyes.
Yeah, the roster's got depth, as we've mentioned before. And so looking at the second players, right, Adelkey and GTA, both entry fraggers. Adelkey has slightly more maps played and a slightly lower win rate, but I think overall the head-to-head matchup here is pretty similar, right? 1.22 rating versus 1.43. So GTA obviously a little bit higher, but I think the number of maps played kind of evens everything out here for Adelkey and GTA. So we'll kind of see and then progress there.
Yeah, Star, of course, not necessarily playing that much here for the side from Mullet Mafia yet. Definitely an experienced player coming in. Also, one of those players, Mullet Mafia, really making a good roster move by putting a lot of very, very cool high talent players, GTA, Star, and obviously Deadly Dave in their lineup. Whereas let's see themselves getting switched back and forth with Uria and Crux in the mix of Team G9. I'm in general just looking much forward to how these players are going to be playing. Like Fair as well, a player which has sometimes been playing, a lot of experience himself, but in general, when you look at the Team G9, you have to just think about what lineup are they going to come up with this time. Will they stick to that 5 lineup that I spoke about earlier that they played against with Invictus? Are they finally going to stick to 1? Or will they once again be swapping around? Because you can see all these players that they're putting on have experience, have pretty good rating coming in. So they're all just players you can kind of count on. But it's always going to be the question, who will they put?
Right. I think it's also about team chemistry, right? And the good mix of old experience versus, the young and upcoming new dogs that are on the teams, right? So we'll see here how that matches. Both, I guess, are G9, right? And Mullet Mafia. These teams both have a good amount of players, as you can see there, with a good amount of experience maps played, and Babasadic and Novocaine as well. Still, even as we get to the kind of lower or the less experienced players, they're still very experienced, right? Even the lower rating players have a good amount of experience. And so you can see here these 2 players quite well known in the space, Babasadic and Novocaine, but those are the Team G9 and Mullet Mafia's, I believe, last few players. So let's take a look at the map vetoes. Which maps are we actually going to be playing? Jesse, I feel like we've teed up a kind of a good storyline here for which maps are good for each team. So we'll see which ones they boot out first.
Yeah, Bureau getting banned by Team G9, Mullet Mafia in this season. They play themselves some fair square of Bureau, so pretty decent pick. Costello getting banned out for Mullet Mafia, a matchup that they lost yesterday against Violent GG, and G9 won yesterday against Invictus, so that's pretty cool that they're banning that away. Canals then for Team G9. They've played that 4 times this season, winning twice, losing twice, with 2 being pretty unfortunate losses. Then Soar, a map that Mullet Mafia have won in this season, but Team G9 has yet to really play that much. They've lost it once against Mullet Mafia, so they're once again trying to do exactly the same. 13-10 it was before, and you've already gotten that experience. Mullet Mafia knows that they're able to do it on a map like Source, so pretty cool that that one is once again getting picked. And then the final 2 bans.
Raid gone. So we did see that one being one of the close games that we saw yesterday versus Violent GG. Mullet Mafia played. They lost at 13 or 12-13. Village out as well. And lastly, our deciders Port. So that'll be interesting. Canals, Soar, and Port are our 3 maps. If we do get to Port, ended up at the very end. But yes, Canals as Team G9 strong suit. Obviously, they did beat Invictus yesterday on that map. So we'll see how that kind of ends up there. And you were saying about Malt Mafia having that pick on Soar as well, Jesse. So I think the teams, I think they're excited to get playing in these maps. Canals, Soar, Port. Maybe we get to Port. If not, at least Canals and Soar will be quite interesting. And yeah, I think this should be fun. And we might be going to the knife round soon, I believe.
Yep, we're almost getting ready, and I'm pretty much looking forward to what we're gonna be able to offer going forward. Like, Canals itself should be a pretty interesting match, and one that Team G9 kind of has to win. They played against Mulip Mafia on Canals as well, and that was 13 to 11 in the favor of Mulip Mafia in the regular season as well. So you're looking at a game that Team G9 have already won before, and on Soar that Mulip Mafia have already won before. So twice Mulip Mafia has won in the past on these 2 matches. It's just going to be about what Team G9 is going to be able to bring. Are they finally going to play with that 5-man lineup that has been looking so good? Are they going to play with their strongest lineup? Because we don't really know what lineup they put on back then. It could have been a player coming in which wasn't feeling really fully ready. And as I said before, that Canals game, I still remember till today. Team G9 should have won that one. Team G9 should have been the one taking it. But unfortunately, a few rounds went past with some 1v1 clutches going the way of Mulip Mafia. A few of aggressive stupidity plays from Team G9 coming out, which caught them in the end.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get redemption today. As you know, this matchup happened very recently, so we'll see if the outcome is any different now. But let's, I believe, let's get into the game. The teams should be ready, and we will be hopefully transitioning over to them soon. But before that, you'll see our lovely faces here. I know you want to see the actual game itself, not the faces of your casters. You just want to hear us, maybe. But yeah, let us know in the chat who you think is going to be winning this first matchup on Canals. Do you think it's going to be Mulip Mafia or Team G9? Should be very interesting to see, as we know this is kind of a history matchup that's already been played. But let's dive into the game very shortly. I believe we are doing the knife round right about now. So here we go.
And maybe then for you, Mark, look, should we make some predictions? What are our expectations coming in?
Yeah, well, I mean, G9 did beat Invictus yesterday, so that is one thing going in their favor. And but Mulip Mafia, they had a close game as well, so I guess the knife round, at least it should. Okay, Mulip Mafia wins that one out. I mean, I don't know about who's gonna win, but I'm gonna predict a close game. I'm gonna predict a 13-11. At least that's a scoreline I'm predicting.
Okay. For the series, I would still be going for Mulip Mafia in this one, and I feel like we have a good opportunity for this matchup to go into a third mapper, just solely based on Canals, then potentially going the way of Team G9, then the map pick from Mulip Mafia going, and then on Port to decide it all. I feel like it's a story written, and I feel like Mulip Mafia definitely have opportunity to take it, but the game is live, the teams are starting, and I'm looking forward. I'm seeing the lineup, and I do kind of like it, because it's once again the lineup that they played with yesterday against Invictus, which is a good sign for Team G9. But will the pistol round be won by them? That's going to be the main question. Deadly Dave instantly striking the site. Been taken over for a little bit. Still held on with 3-2 in the favor of Team G9.
My gosh, Fair, he's just absolutely just tapping them out. And Crux as well comes out the XD. Now just down to Shadow, the 1 versus 3. He's gotten 1 kill already, taking down Fair, but now he has to contest with 2 players. 1 over towards A main. That's Adalkeet. Adalkeet just keeps on pushing, and Crux now trying to flank all the way behind, but now this round has slowed down to a crawl. Crux just waiting to see if Shadow will end up crossing back. Adalkeet confirms his position, and now Shadow, he has to make his way on over to the bomb site, but he first has to deal with Crux. Can he get this kill? No, he can't. G9 take the pistol. That was quite an interesting round. They almost got possession of the A site Mulip Mafia, and then they kind of got stuck over towards Elbow and had to retreat back and call, second play. But Team G9, they just had it ready for them.
Yeah, Team G9 pretty well played there. They had a good A stack, expecting Mulip Mafia to go for such a play as well. And once you have that knowledge, there's obviously a lot that you can do. Rotations can be called, and as soon as they're stuck into a certain position, such as the long side there, such as Elbow, you're obviously going to have a whole lot of trouble clearing it. Now all players coming in, and I do also see a pretty interesting weapon there on Fair, don't I?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that TRG actually converts. Okay, all right. One tap already down. Maybe not a headshot instantly, but it's converted onto Deadly Dave as we know him now. And it seems like deja vu. Everyone's funneled into Elbow, and they might have to retreat eventually. I believe if they just threw 1 nade, they don't have any nades on Team G9, but one nade would have done a tremendous amount of damage here over the elbow. But Mafia just hoping that anyone from G9 gets aggressive.
Yeah.
Maybe Adelkeet carelessly walks over to elbow, but I don't think G9 are going to be that ambitious right now.
I feel like this is good, because what Team G9 would usually do when we take a look back at that regular season, they would push this. And now they're obviously sitting back, MULTIPLAYER expecting, anticipating on it. But on the other side, Team G9 learning from their mistakes and also knowing we're in a man advantage. We don't really have to peek. There's originally no need for it. And now MULTIPLAYER start to realize Team G9 has learned from their mistakes, have a different approach to it now. And a Adolkid is going to peek on the contact here of Crux, so it's final time ticking away. Soon this push will come in, and Crux going to line up too. Adolkid swings, and although Bubble still tries to help, wasn't even needed. Sadok not getting anything done. His team cleaning up for him, and so a 2-0 for Team G9.
Yeah, clean start there, losing only one player. Mafia now does have money to buy all the SGs, but utility a little bit lighter on their side. They do have some flashes, some smokes, but it's not going to be ideal for them. And we'll see here. Seems like they're going to go for a normal default now, dropping the bomb near spawn. Kind of spreading out all across the map, just trying to see if they can catch any of these G9 players off guard. But smokes pollute the map, as we can see here. Crux just trying to see if he can get anything to smoke a cheeky kill there, but avoids a confrontation. They back off just slightly, and Elbow now once again being contested. It seems like Elbow now is actually a very crucial part. Mafia 2 huge kills, and now Fair, he's gonna try and regain position over towards B long, but Shadow is ready and waiting. That timing almost in his favor. Back and forth, here we go. 1-for-1 trade. Adelkeet finally finds one. But really, this is Mafia's round. Once they got guns, they were able to use that default, pick them off one by one. And Jesse, Babasadak, not much he can do here.
No, pretty interesting still that Mafia are going heads first into that fight. I did not anticipate them still going B. I mean, you know where the final player is, so you can avoid it and go to the other side. But they want to face him heads first, and they don't bounce back whatsoever from anything. Now trying to get it sorted here. The map statistics, of course, for both teams about 50%, but I mean, mainly looking at this season in particular, both teams playing it quite a bit, and in that matchup, Mafia did take the W going into the regular season, where they obviously won every single match that they could have potentially thought of. This is a B push, and it has been working out because the site is under control, and soon Team G9 will start to realize that that is not the site where they're on. They're trying to make their way over. Doing it slowly but surely. Going into Cafe, Balvin leading the charge for it. Gonna start running in, but that smoke is suppressing the vision for now.
Yeah, they have not much to lose here. I think if they can get any kills, Bab already gets one. It would be good for them. And already get 2 kills, one on the Novo Kane as well. Any economic damage they can do is good. 3 kills already for them. Adelkeet, if he can get one more, if he can get GTA down, that would be pretty incredible. He does get him down. Now this is looking very scary, actually. Shadow is going to have to stay behind. And even though they win the round, it was at the cost of 4 of their players. They do have money to buy out, but still, looking good there for G9 with so little invested into that round as a tie game. I think this is going to go back and forth tit for tat, Jesse.
Yeah, we've gotten ourselves a position now where Mafia will get $1,000 loss bonus going forward. So once you are now losing out, then you have barely any money left that you're going to go for either pistols or with a few players on like rifles, but that's about it. And Fair now having money to buy the ratio up is really going to help a lot. That smoke will still get covered. Usually Fair has been playing with those snipers around the position of the bridge, trying to watch for that A long, or A main rather. And they keep it going, but no entries yet found. Players in a very passive setup. With Mafia, he's just waiting and hugging GTA himself, trying to catch some openers, but they're really playing a slow style, and I do kind of like it. It's pretty diligently the way they're approaching the game, and really hope that they can continue with this form, because that's what you're looking for. Fair getting picked apart. That's the ratio falling. Opener going the way towards the bridge side. Only one now on the B side is Balvin, and he's slowly going to regain. If he starts falling, this round could fall on his hole, but with Mafia going into the stack side now, it seems like.
Yeah. Actions all headed over towards A, but maybe with that kill they're going to start rotating. Yeah, you can see here Valley is going to try and run on over. He might get caught off guard in coalition spawn. Baba is right there. But the timing, I think, will work in Team G9. No, actually, Mafia's favor. Valley, let's find that one kill. And Crux tries to stop him down, but Adalkeet will actually get that kill. So 1 versus 3 now. Mafia. I was going to say fair. He's played that Eurasia, like you said, right? Obviously, that TRG in the earlier rounds, but it continued to get smoked off. You know, we see Mafia continually smoking off that mid-bridge area, and so doesn't really allow Fair to get as much of that early round advantage if he were to be able to get a pick. So curious to see how Fair will adjust, because he likes sticking around that sniper's area, as you mentioned, and but he's been kind of nullified by those grenades.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit of a problem potentially going forward here for Mafia now themselves going, or for G9 rather. Mafia now going for the Eurasia. Yeah, we have to see how Fair is going to adjust. Maybe they're going to start playing a little bit more aggressive towards Elbow to take some control there, to at least have some space, have some intel. I'm looking forward to the changes that they will make. This time Balvin pushing further, gets the opener on Valley. Deadly Dave, of course, made a person fall now himself with the AUG. No bullets remaining. We'll get the second. Peek from the long side. Still Mafia, that just gotta be sticking together. I do like the patience that they're putting into this play. Don't want to over peek, but also a player that starts running in from behind. Crux will soon be known. Bubba is gonna peek as well. Armor broken. Player up close. Fair will fall, and so does Bubba himself. Crux still leading in for a flank. Can catch up the first. That's the bomb. Control over it now, but Shadow to help him out with the ratio. I thought for a second GTA was gonna start the swing, but not to be. The round goes the way of Mafia, and they've yet to lose a round after the pistol in the second, going the way of Team G9. They're now in a 4-round streak.
Yeah, this is looking quite good for Mafia, as we mentioned. Team G9 putting in Balvin, seeing if he can perform, but maybe more of a breach-sided player. Either way, we can see here Shadow has been good on the U-ratio these past few rounds, and the defense has been once again just spread out quite thinly across the map. A standard default setup here, but already Baba already gone, which means Fair now with that AUG. What can he do? Crux gets taken down, and so the defense is crumbling a little bit. Balvin finds one kill, and Adalkeet now trying to slow down any A push here, but it looks likely that they'll be able to actually push on into that A pipe side. But Fair actually takes down GTA. Is this going to happen? Team G9, now they're coming alive. Advantage now swung back in favor of them. Mafia now have to regain composure, have to find out where they want to attack, and Adalkeet made his position known. Oh, he barely evades death right there. Somehow, some way. Valley misses his shots. The timing not in his favor. So 2v3 ensues now.
Silence. The side here. Rotations did get called for the Team G9, and now Balvin once again back towards the B side. Has lost that fight earlier. That might be troublesome, because from long, that's where Shadow starts coming in. Ooh, that smoke could delay a lot of time, and it's all up to Valley really to make a play here. Shadow can push through, but it's going to be joining him. Question is, where will they go? They're going towards the bridge side. Fair check there just a few seconds ago, and now he's going to check again to spot him crossing. Balvin now aware of the mid play to come in. Players to already cross, and as Balvin falling, that's a side under control of Mafia. They're crossing, and it's a 2-on-2. The bomb finally going down, and there will be a heads-up fight and Cafe coming in. Both players are looking to go towards it. Shadow getting caught from behind. Cool Kid himself. First kill while being blind. He's still blinded himself. Shadow starts to run in. He wants to fight this one-on-one. Catches it. And now just Fair knows where Shadow is. Oh, he's sticking behind the box. He's fully going for it. Fair cannot get taken down. He wins the round. Fair with a ninja. HP. And Team G9 gets away with murder.
Fair, that is unfair. He just stuck that 6 HP. He even got the spray. He got the spray on, but not that last bullet. Fair just somehow, some way survives that onslaught of bullets. And Team G9 skid past with another round. Wow. This is going to be an enticing game. One to watch for the replays. Neville Kang, he opens up against Baba. Sadok there. Balvin tries to find one. He will connect on to Deadly Dave. So 1-for-1 trade, but it seems like all the action's happening over towards A. Balvin once again. We talked about him coming alive. He's been a little bit distant this game so far, but maybe he can chime in a little bit extra there. Novocaine also takes down Fair. So already less than 50 seconds in, and we have a 2 versus 3 now matchup here. Now just down Novocaine, what can he do? He's had a little bit of a tougher game, but now surrounded on all sides. If he peeks anywhere, he will just get absolutely shot at, and Balvin ends his demise there. 4-4 tie game. Right as we spoke about Mullet Mafia getting all those round, Team G9 answered back immediately.
Man, this is a good play for Shadow, taking that 1v1, but then should know that Fair is going to be there, and as soon as he taps that bomb and you realize that he's not on there, here he should start to swing, tries to wallbang, but not to be. The few step from the other side. But what I do really like as well about this 4-4 for this round 8 that we just saw, now of course Balvin is put into a different spot. Well, I'll talk about it in a little bit, as this pistol round has still been won. They were going for a little bit of a play. Balvin himself close to the smoke, fully blind at Strays with the SG, tries to take down multiple, but only one will do. And so Mullet Mafia have already taken a side, and Fair might get taken down soon. This is a bomb going down, and this round should have never even gotten the opportunity to get in this position where it is right now. For some reason, it's all tied up. Not anymore. Double kill found for the side from Team G9, and 2 more needed. Novocaine, all that's left now after all the picks are being found. Everyone getting picked up one by one. The sprite to be found, but not to be had. Fair with the kill, and Eurasia comes to life as Team G9 will put themselves up to 5.
Yeah, that was almost scary there. Mullet Mafia just stormed the B bomb site, able to get 2 kills, but luckily Team G9 recover after that. But Jesse, I know you had a thought about that previous round. That was whew.
Yeah, it was a very cool one. And Balvin, what I do really like in that round, he went for some aggressive plays, right? Usually he's anchoring towards B side, and you can see that he's not very comfortable for it. Getting picked up quite soon. He went out of Cafe, 1 round, into the middle side, into the boat, and he got himself a double. I mean, that's what you're needing Balvin to be on, so maybe some positional changes will come in. Look, Balvin going again, aggressive. Okay, this time getting called out off guard because he cannot hold 20 angles at the same time, unfortunately. But it's nice to see some switch-ups, and it's actually working out because, yeah, they've taken 5.
Okay, Baba, 3 kills. Massive impact there. Mullet Mafia, their push instantly just shot out, and Fair, the jumping ratio. Perfect timing there by Baba Sadak. He just sits right in the middle and just catches all of them off guard. They were trying to watch it over towards A, but no one watching over towards Cafe. So he just pincer in their side, and now Team G9, they answer back with 4 rounds of their own.
Yeah, 4 rounds have been taken in a row now for Team G9, but let's see what they can do going forward. Sonic himself, of course, the IGL coming in. He set the twist a few weeks ago. He would play a little bit more aggressive. I mean, that aggressive play really showed off, right? A triple like that. Absolutely insane for Team G9 coming out.
Okay, Balvin, already aggressive, and he somehow survives. It's Shadow there missing with that ratio. See here, Balvin just playing with his life right now. Really trying to get aggressive towards those 2 over towards B long. Deadly Dave and Shadow not trying to be a part of this nuisance, but Balvin once again just chiming in, another kill, and now the A rotates have to come over. It's just down to Baba. He has been solid this entire game, but can they actually make this rotation? Adelkeet and Crux, they've been known, and now GTA is gonna mow them both down. Perfectly positioned, perfectly waiting for them, and Mullet Mafia 1 round closer to tying this up. A 6-6 half could be absolutely incredible.
Usually, by the trend of this game, 4 rounds in a row would be found. I mean, that's exactly what we saw from Team G9, and I mean, Mullet Mafia taking another one with it, tying up the half, and then going into the coalition side by taking a pistol. It would all be very, very good looking for them. This map being quite 50-50 in terms of coalition and breach sided, I would say. So being at a 6-6, it would definitely be looking very, very good going forward. It would be just a nice series to watch, and probably a very close one, a 13-11 as a possibility, as Cool Mark predicted earlier. But I think you're still doing all right, Mark, with your prediction.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, unless all of a sudden when Mullet Mafia has a stellar defense on the coalition side. But either way, I think we could see a 6-6 here, even if it's a 7-5. Team G9 will still have that pistol round to contend with. So we'll see here. Fair has obviously been on that Eurasia the entire game, has had some impact with it, but Shadow already just mows on through Balvin. He's been that first line of defense, and Baba Sadak had, 2 players in front of him, and Fair holds strong here on this B site now. 2 versus 2, and his teammate will have to rotate on Fair. Oh, the flick onto Valley. His head no longer sees the light of day as GTA now wraps all the way around, picks up that bomb over towards B long, and now Fair, is he waiting? Is he ready? He is! And Fair comes to life. G9 with a 2-round advantage as we switch on to the half. And right as we were speaking about Fair doing okay, he says, okay is underrated. We're doing good. We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic.
Yeah, massive kills to end that first half. And now G9, yeah, on the pistol round, we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, pistol round is going to be very, very good looking going forward. I mean, a very important round, I feel like, for both of these teams. For Team G9, it would be like almost certainly getting themselves into a 9-5 and otherwise a tied up game where a whole lot of stuff can still be happening. Team G9 have taken A. It's a full B stack. Both teams tried to play some stacking positions, and in this time, Team G9 predicted of MULTIPLAYER going towards that A side earlier, and now themselves going there, where MULTIPLAYER is stacking towards the B side. So both teams trying to make some anti-strat plays happening. And now a 5-5 retake that has to come in. Players already swarming the site. No utility on any of the players, but Deadly Dave that's watching for Fair to start running in. There should be a kill for Deadly Dave coming in. A lot of bullets missing. That might become some problematic stuff arising as MULTIPLAYER still taking a few more kills. Fair getting taken down after 2 apiece has been taken, has been going its way. Adol's still going on, but 1 bullet left. Going up the knife, won't be able to find it, but the defuse doesn't come in. And Team G9 have just walked away with another round because it took way too long for the retake to happen.
Yeah, that was so weird. Fair just kind of rushing out aggressively after the post plant. I thought he was being a little careless there, and it seemed like it was going all in the favor of MULTIPLAYER in the retake, but all of a sudden, Adelkey, he just stays alive for far too long. He outlived his expiration date. He got 2 massive kills, denies that retake from MULTIPLAYER. Now G9, 5 rounds away from taking this map. That victory on the pistol round, unexpected, I must say on my end. And Balvin, he's not here to play games. He's here to win the game, okay? And absolutely, maybe a flawless. Okay, not flawless. Balvin does take a hit there, but G9, that was a very quick round there. And yeah, exactly here, Deadly Dave. Those missed shots back and forth. You thought at this point it was going all in favor of MULTIPLAYER, but then somehow, some way, Adelkey in the 1 versus 3 right here gets 2 kills. Shadow, Valley get taken down, and then he somehow stays alive for just long enough for that bomb to tick down.
Yeah. And Deadly Dave, the whole point of what you were talking about with the fact that you have to take 2 kills. Fair after that got a double. So if he took down Fair wouldn't have gotten it done, and they would have been on the side without any problem. But Fair then getting a double really conceded problems for, really brought problems for the side from MULTIPLAYER. And then they had to concede a round after that, which is now, of course, remaining to be a little bit of a troublesome position, because we're 9-5 now up. And if you take another one, you're already going to be on double digits, and it's looking likely because Aldokid and Balvin have already taken the first 2 kills and are starting to run in with Mafia to just die. It's well played for Team G9, waiting, and they have yet to lose their first player in this round. They're going to take it flawlessly. What is going on, Mark? They're just getting picked apart.
I know, it's like G9, they got a victory recently, right, against Invictus, and now it's like their home turf. So evidently they're feeling very confident. They've picked up the pace tremendously. Mafia on the breach side, when they were playing, they had a little more tactical, ness to it. And I think now with guns, Team G9 might be a little more tactical, but still, these have been very quick breach side rounds here on Canals. And Canals, obviously a map where the rotation's super hard on the coalition side. It takes quite a while, so if you do manage to crack open one side, it's almost certainly gonna have to be a retake, not really a fake.
I have to see if that's Team G9, as you said before, playing more tactical. That's surely what they're doing, trying to take some map control, and MULTIPLAYER is allowing them that as well, which is something I wouldn't necessarily go for too many times, because that will be become troublesome if you have boat control at this point. You can see Sadak, he's like, where are the players? I want to fight, but not getting anything going. That could be problematic going forward. They've taken full long. Deadly Dave still trying to take elbow, trying to swing. Where's the god spot here? Pretty close. Swing comes through from Crux. Find Deadly Dave. Only one here on the B side, or on the A side rather, is Valley. Player rotating in the name of GTA. Bubble is waiting for him. Bubble needs to be careful. He's falling. And MULTIPLAYER probably going to take another one, because Fair is all that's left here in this round, and he will get picked apart. GTA well done for starting to peek in, getting Bubba there off guard, and finding a second. Really quick aiming for him coming out.
Yeah, I believe the control view or something like that was just not there. Bubba got the better of him, but yeah, that rotation. Trying to go on into that A side just did not work for them. So now G9, they're gonna have to revisit that on this breach side. See if they want to go over towards B again, try another attempt, or they should just stick over towards A. Right now, it seems like the utility is working very well for Mullet Mafia. Slows down Team G9, and if they can continue to slow them down, I think that's how they chip away at Team G9's lead.
And they will have to as soon as that economy starting to fall. That's problematic. And look at that, Deadly Dave taking a double. It started around GTA taking a lot of control, and you can see Mullet Mafia's complete other world. It's like they're the ones on the breach side because they're peeking, whereas on the breach side themselves, they were playing very passive. So I really like the approach, and Team G9 is just not ready for it whatsoever. All left to fair. And this round is already done with 50 seconds left on the clock. The final player is known. And the bomb is under control of Mullet Mafia. I don't think there should be any chance for Fair to take anything here.
I think that is a tough game, but still, it should be Mullet Mafia to take the ground out, and that smoke goes down. Just buys them maybe half a second more, and there we go. Well, Mullet Mafia now slowly starting to claw their way back in. Team G9 don't really have the best economy right now, so I think Mullet Mafia should pick up an 8th as well.
Shouldn't be too much of trouble coming in. That's usually what happens. You pick up a few rounds in a row. You have one more full buy going. And after that, 2k loss bonus, which starts upping after that. So an eco that will have to come in. That's where Team G9 is now currently on. When they would win this round, that would be insane. But realistically speaking, there shouldn't be any chance. And still a blunt is good because there's 1k for every single person at least coming in.
There we go.
Well done already. This round is basically what you could expect from it. And they're trying to take some kills here and there. But all the kills are going away from the Mafia except one. GTA will fall. The fuse is happening. And the Mafia moving their way up to 8. Themselves now 2 rounds away from possibly tying up this game.
Yeah, Team G9 now, if they don't win this round, they start to get a little nervous, get a little sweaty here. Trying to figure out how they can close it out in easy fashion. This is their map pick, remember. As we move on next into Soar, that's Mullet Mafia's pick. So if Mullet Mafia take this one, there's a good chance we see a 2-0, to be quite honest. But Team G9, they're going to fight to the end here. As hugging tunnels right now, Fair. Trying to see if there's anyone that's going to push out aggressive. But GTA, they don't account for that cafe peek. And Adalki already gone. Adalki, who so handsomely saved that pistol round for Team G9. As now the pushes are coming in the favor of Mullet Mafia. Like you said, Jesse, it's like Mullet Mafia are on the breach side and Team G9, they're hiding. Fair, look at him. He's not even wanting to peek right now. He sees these peeks coming out, and well, Fair is just going to be done and dusted in half a second right there. Deadly Dave takes him out. Team G9, they're faltering right now as Mullet Mafia pick up steam.
And Deadly Dave is there just toying with him as well, right? He was trying to jiggle peek and get things going with it. It was looking very, very solid going forward. See how things are going to be with a 9-10 half here, or 9-10 scoreline. And Deadly Dave, support player, he says. I mean, you can basically call him the top fragger, the impact fragger as a role. That's what he usually is in the teams that he's played on. Team G9 themselves still trying to capitalize on what Mullet Mafia have been doing, which is awkward peeks, fast peeks coming in. Deadly Dave with a double. He's gonna fall eventually. Still cause some troubles, and the side is still held. Look at this from Mullet Mafia, although Sadok almost had a chance. Shadow finally capitalizing with a kill on his own. Traded. Both teams on double digits. This game is getting closer and closer by the second as Mullet Mafia, for some reason, still hanging on, even though this round we start off with a double for Team G9.
Yeah, I was about to say that was one of the first times G9 in this breach side has gotten an advantage early on, and right away Deadly Dave just comes in and strips it away from them. So that was instantly negated once they tried to take that bomb site. Did not check for his position over towards that bush, so he was just hidden in plain sight essentially. But A has been a bit of a disaster here for G9. They do get that first advantage once again, and they lose it immediately once again. Not checking for their sides. Those smokes just enabling Mullet Mafia to slither on like a snake. Get those kills, and Novo K now, he's coming alive this round. Round 21 is his. He's put a stamp on it. And now Crux trying to take him out from the round. Can he find this kill? No, he can't. Spots him earlier, and Shadow still takes him out fair. Last man standing here for Team G9 and Mullet Mafia. Are they going to take the lead now? It's been a while since we've seen them take the lead, but this could be their opportunity right about now. Fair not looking in the right direction, and Shadow does a drive-by. Mullet Mafia now 2 rounds away from taking Team G9's map pick.
And I gotta say, to be fair, Mark, I was speaking about this game, or at least this map in particular, for quite some time. I felt like it was a little bit unlucky the last time that they played on. This time, I don't think unlucky is the word that we can describe this on for Team G9. Mullet Mafia is playing very, very good Critical Ops here on that coalition side. Their reaggressions are very, very well thought of. The reaggressions are very nicely executed, and there's just nothing I can say, to be fair, on what Mullet Mafia is doing. Look at this, GTA peeking in, and exactly there's a dual kit. This kill still falls from Valley, but GTA has their number written. It's all falling apart. Mullet Mafia is toying with Team G9, and they know what they're doing in every single circumstance.
Yeah, this is Mullet Mafia right about now. Gonna close it unless Team G9 can get this round, but utility very low on Team G9 side. You can see that just 3 grenades. I guess they could buy flashes, but they opt not to. And at this point, they might just try an aggressive push over towards B's. Maybe what it looks like right now. No one watching from that spawn sniper area. And so GTA is going to be met with a horde of Team G9 players. They're all flashed, all blinded, and he gets 1, 2. Can he get 3 kills? No, he misses the spray in the last, but Baba is now known his position, made aware to the rest of the team, and now a 2 versus 4, not even a 3 versus 4 now. Crux does find 1. And can they get this kill? No, just down to Crux now in the 1 versus 3. No longer. It is a 0 versus 3. Mullet Mafia upset Team G9 on their own map pick. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Team G9 fall here on the map of Canals. They had success yesterday, but it goes the way of MFA this time.
Yeah, MFA will have it. Will take themselves the victory. Shadow leading the charts with 25 kills. Deadly Dave as well, finally up there in the air. And the thing I might have still wanted to say in the pre-show, which I kind of forgot, and now the G9 reminds me of it. And maybe not necessarily in a good way, but also in a good way as well, because what I think with G9 mainly is that they're very consistent. They're a very consistent team, but that consistency is definitely not as good as Mullet Mafia's highs are. Because these highs that Mullet Mafia are now showing are insane. You saw rounds where Team G9 was like, yeah, this is good. Good Critical Ops that Team G9 is showing, and Mullet Mafia that aren't able to follow through because, yeah, one guy loses a fight and then it starts stringing up into more. In these final few rounds, cool, Mark, we've only seen Mullet Mafia shining, and Team G9, their average that they're showing, it was their limit. It's their limit, and Mullet Mafia is striking over that with about 200 if you qualify in point size. It's just absolutely amazing the way they've played.
Yeah, Mullet Mafia, I mean, we saw a good amount of hope from Team G9 earlier on in that breach side, right? They're getting those aggressive rounds, taking the point over to Mullet Mafia's defense and kind of running them over. But all of a sudden, when Mullet Mafia got guns, when they had grenades, it just automatically turned on for them. They said, okay, we're going to lock in. And basically, the trades were just heavily going in favor of Mullet Mafia, right? Every time they would, just catch Team G9 off guard, maybe G9 were watching 2 of 3 angles. And the one angle they weren't watching, Mullet Mafia was there, ready and waiting for them. So it seemed this time around, Mullet Mafia just had their upper hand, had their number, like you said, Jesse. But I believe next map is Sword. That will be very exciting for us as we, I believe, take a quick little break. But this should be very exciting. Map number 2. Maybe we'll go to map number 3, but we'll see you after a quick little break here.
Pistols, you're obviously outclassing the pistols yourself once you have those rifles. They seem to take great advantage of it. Still Shadow taking a kill back, finding a double. Shadow
could be converted. Now the problem is the bomb is down, Jesse, and no weapon retreat just yet, and GTA's lurk might just catch them in the back. Oh, that's Noxic with a knife kill. Oh, this is going to be a bloodbath, especially those head glitches. So hard to hit shots, so hard to connect. GTA shows us exactly why. That is just brilliant performance by him. 2 quick headshots, and he's still for wanting more, but explain. It's going to take him down 3v3 now, and the side still has to be clear. Time not really on the side of Violent GG as Monomax gets another one. They have to be quick. Shadow, he's going to reposition at this point, just play on time. Deadly Dave with 1, but they still haven't cleared Shadow, and look at the time. There's just no time to do anything. Oh, and yeah, the bomb explodes. That's going to be more. He's been getting some crispy shots, but this is a different ask. 1v2, and he's been spotted, and Warshix is expecting his peak any second. Oh, but GTA, even though he didn't know, he was able to get 1, and now he knows where the other player is as well. I think Noxic probably hears that drop. Now he knows for sure that flash coming in, but 35 seconds left on the clock, and he just wants to plant the bomb. That smoke is great. That's a perfect smoke. Plant is going to go down, and Noxic meanwhile has to work on a retake. Flash comes in. He's going to push in. Completely flashes GTA. What is happening? Just okay. They're both going to stay in the smoke. Shoot now. Noxic walking around the smoke, but it's going to be GTA 1v1 all down to Monomax. Has to do with so many different angles to clear, but Shadow, he just has to play it slowly, has to just wait for the defuse, but he's just gonna hold it. He's gonna hold it. Oh, Monomax, that is frozen, never fake. He clutches it. Ninja
read like a book. The book has been written and completely read through by Violent GG. 4-6 still there, but they're not anticipating on a second with Noxic lighting it up. Look at that, the beautiful rotations. It's all there for...
Oh, Shadow. Okay.
Yeah.
Exclaim almost gets away there, but does not. And now that A bomb site is under attack once again. Oh, not again. And this is just such unlucky timing for Violent GG. Just not going their way. It's going to be GTA with another one player already leaving the server. This is pretty much over. 2v5 situation here. Only Mono and Donley. Mono did clutch a 1v2, but at this point it's going to be a much bigger ask and turn into a 2v4 now. Could be possible. Oh, he hasn't spotted the player. Now he has. Now he's gotten the kill. Okay. But Deadly Dave quick on refrag there, and Mono has to do it all. Oh, he's going to repeat. Go for the quick scope. But ultimately, Donnelly is going to deny that dream. So only Aki now left alive. Swapped in for GTA. GTA was great in the first game. Now Aki has to fill those huge shoes. Now, different angles to clear him. They're set up to perfection. He does get a pre-fire. Oh, that was such a great sandwich, but still, they're not able to do it. Oh, it's planted for Mono. But that smoke, this could be all over. He goes for the defuse. There was the smoke. Yeah, Mono now realizes, but it's going to be another ninja. It's going to be Aki clutching.
Victor's played on the map of Raid in this season. They've gotten only 3 rounds to work with. So that's probably the reason why they're picking it. But still, it is definitely not their best map. They could have gone for like a port or something, and then that would have been, I think, a little bit better, maybe, for the side from Rain coming in. So a lot of question marks right here. Same for Canals as to why Invictus picked it, and they get overrun to the B side very fast. That's an opener, and that's a good start for Rain.
Yeah, for sure, with that bomb down, there's just nothing Invictus can do. Everyone catching bullet to their domes, and it's gonna be only Mixage left alive. Sure, he can look, he can try, he can even take a peek, perhaps take a headshot here, but at this point they know where he is, and everyone is just running him down like it's a team deathmatch. Fricks, first point of contact now.
I mean, they have to not only win a map, but also in a convincing way. As I said, at least 13-6, and that gives you the opportunity to go for a 13-12 loss next round. Every single round that you get more, or allow less, I would rather like to say, for the side from Invictus. That's better.
Daxera is going to get another one. We're going to plant it. That's pretty much over from there. So many of these rounds have not even been close. Invictus are struggling to find any answers here, but actually, with the 3 people stacked towards A, this could be a start of something for Invictus. At least they got the site right.
Choosing right now yet. Having to choose or spray down the right ones as well. 4 players on this side. Invictus having to stop the push, but it's just not possible. It just isn't possible to stop Rain. And this,
man, that's crazy. I don't get this in team deathmatches. I'm like, this is just insane. He's able to do again. It's literally Rain peeking and getting frags. Like, he's literally just out aiming Invictus every step of the way here. Now they actually find a punch back here, but Mylan, he's still alive, and he's definitely not looking to lose this rating that you were talking about. Now, maybe a harder position for him. 1v2, and he has to get this first frag, which he does not.
Worst 2 players, of course, right now.
He's spun around the corner with that flashbang goes off. He's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play to get into. Right up front of sight, and he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that have going to defense now? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Team G9 started off strong, but in the end, MULTIPLAYER came back by playing a very aggressive style on that coalition side, which suited them very well, and Team G9 was not prepared. Canals goes the way of MULTIPLAYER, but that leaves us with two possible more maps to come, but first, their own map pick of SOAR. My name is still Dutchboy, or Jesse, whatever you want to call me. Next to me, Mark, and that was Arcel. That was a nice first game, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, nice first game, and I'm sure the players are maybe a little bit tired after that back and forth, so you know, we'll kind of seamlessly transition to one of our sponsors of the Critical Ops Pro League, G Fuel. So we choose to work with G Fuel because it's always been a supporter of mobile esports as a brand and has quality products that we believe in. If you've tuned into previous broadcasts, you know G Fuel has been a proud supporter of Critical Ops Esports. The benefits of the products are many, such as low calories, zero sugar, so you won't experience any crash, clean natural energy, variety of flavors, and they've collaborated with many popular franchises such as Mortal Kombat, The Witcher, and so many more. So G Fuel helps the team in our daily lives when it comes to streaming, playing, and overall activities. It keeps us energized. So make sure to check out code esports mobile for 20% off any G Fuel product, those new mini tubs as well, any of those packs as well. So check out code esports mobile for 20% off G Fuel products. Thanks G Fuel for supporting the Critical Ops Esports community. And with that, we'll go back and talk a little bit about the upcoming game that we have, MULTIPLAYER versus Team G9 on the future map of SOAR. This will be very exciting, but also the Operation Haunted Hollows. Jesse, this one looks pretty exciting, right in time for October.
Yeah, a nice new operation. A lot of skins that you can potentially get going forward. Of course, the AKs, the M4, the P90, all surrounded around with some spooky little teams, of course, that are still there. But for G Fuel as well, like I bought myself, or I've had myself some G Fuel as well. The starter kit, definitely nice if you have no idea what you're really looking for, what flavors you feel like are coming in nicely. For myself, I've had myself some nice tropical rain and battle juice have been my favorite so far. So definitely nice. You've got yourself the skins, you've got yourself the drink, and of course we've also had ourselves a lovely game to start things off with, because that's what it really was. I mean, when we look at that game, of course, we saw how impressive it was to start things off, how we sort of expected it to go. A close affair, but in the beginning, Team G9 really stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, honestly, it was a very close first half, back and forth between both of these teams. We saw, you know, I honestly, it was less immediately back and forth, but it was 2 rounds in a row from G9, 4 rounds in a row from Mafia, then 4 back for G9, and then a few more, right? So it's just kind of back and forth as terms of streak of rounds, not necessarily like each round going back and forth. And I think it came down to just these close combat fights. As you can see in these replays, it's just such chaotic messes over towards Cafe, over towards the A-bomb site when they're entering, either towards Elbow or towards Main. So it was just very hectic in that first half. And I think think obviously the audience likes seeing that, and the teams maybe a little less so, the hecticness, and can really increase that blood pressure. But either way, we like it for the viewership, right? And the second half, I think, was a little more one-sided. We saw Team G9 start strong, quite as a matter of fact, but Mult Mafia, they really just had the better of them towards the second half of the second half, I guess you could say. Towards the end of the second half, they really started to come alive, and Mult Mafia just kind of took things apart into their own hands.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the beginning of this game mainly, and also the end, of course, with how Multiplayer Mafia was playing. But in the beginning, well, what you always thought was, okay, now Multiplayer Mafia taking 4 in a row, you figured this was going to be the turnaround point. It was going to be the GG. This was going to be like, okay, a gap of about 6 or 7 rounds. But no, Multiplayer Mafia taking 4 in a row, but then G9 coming back with 1 round, and then it completely shifted the momentum. And then you figured Team G9 was going to take themselves the 6-4 into like an 8-4, but it ended up in a 7-5. So almost very unpredictable things happening, and teams not really able to keep that advantage position. Here we saw the double entry from Multiplayer Mafia. You would figure the round is won, and it's a 5-2. It's a very good haul for Multiplayer Mafia. It's basically going into the coalition side with an advantageous position, but no, all the peaks are coming in. Balvin even going for a very aggressive play himself as well, needing to go for very proactive sort of style, because standing on a certain side didn't really suit him. As soon as he went for aggressive plays, as soon as he went for certain peaks, it worked out phenomenally. And then this end of this round.
Yeah, this one was quite insane here. Shadow almost getting that kill on the fair. 94 HP. I believe that was a headshot through the wall, but just no final connection here. So yeah, we were talking a lot about how fair was doing, and how I believe, honestly, how it was Balvin, actually. We were talking about how Balvin was going to be impactful. At the end of the game, I think Balvin did okay. 14 and 20, not immaculate, not super terrible, but just kind of like right in the middle. So I think we'll have to see here whether, one, if they kind of switch off rosters right in between the maps. I don't know if that will be a possibility for them, and two, who will kind of be that star player this coming game here on the map of SOAR. Obviously, SOAR is a much more it's a closer map for rotations, right? So if the team wants to kind of rotate on the coalition side for the defense, it's not as hard to do as on the map of Canals. So the coalition side won't be as isolated here when it comes to defending these bomb sites. But Jesse, I guess, like, things to look out for in this coming map, what is something that you would like to note or see from both these teams?
So I really hope the Team G9 doesn't switch rosters. I really hope that they're just sticking to the 5 that they have right now, because what we really saw, and we'll see that in the replays, was Multiplayer Mafia completely picking them off one by one in terms of just going for very aggressive plays themselves. On SOAR, that style doesn't really suit you, and I feel like the Team G9 that we're seeing right now, when we saw them on the coalition side, and when we saw them in the beginning mainly of the breach side, a very, very tactical but also well-organized team in terms of how they're performing, how they're holding, pushing together in certain situations. This time obviously it doesn't work out because they get double sprayed, but they're trying to stick together very, very well. And I think on a map like SOAR, they're allowed to play that certain style more generally, where Multiplayer Mafia is going to have a lot more trouble peeking into certain situations with them kind of knowing every single angle that there can potentially be, or it's much more forgiving for a Team G9 to play the style that they're playing. So I'm really looking forward to see what SOAR is going to be bringing, and I feel like when they would replace, I don't know who, but anyone with a player that they have been playing with in the past, or that has been in that 7-man roster, I think it would only cause problems for the team composition that's here right now for Team G9.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they did pretty well, right? We said it was going to be a close game. It ended up being a pretty close one, 13-10. And you can see even here, right? This pistol round, Adderkeet was just staying alive so long. This is what I truly believe Team G9 had a huge chance to win, because then they went on quite a few round streak here, right? 5 or 8-5, I believe, 9-5 maybe. And then, you know, you can see here, they were doing quite well in these coming few rounds. It seemed like they had the momentum in their favor, but after this, it just seemed like Multiplayer Mafia just had the best of them. And you can see here, running on through, yeah, Team G9, when it was 10-5, seemed heavily in their favor, and then it seemed Multiplayer Mafia just every single round thereafter, 8 rounds in a row here, starting from 5-10, it was in favor of Multiplayer Mafia. So yeah, we'll see here if the Team G9, I think they're a very momentum-based team. So once they have a good amount of momentum, they can kind of continue that. But once they lose it, it's hard for them to get back into it, it seems, as 10-5 became 10-13 at the end of the day.
Yeah, and these rounds, are all not necessarily that close as well. Deadly Dave really coming into life finally, a triple in this round as well. And just in general, I've kind of missed him this season in Invictus. He had himself maybe a little bit more room to be the only fragger there, but now he has a team around him. This time Valley and Novocaine maybe not necessarily there with the big gunfights as well, but Novocaine has been a player sometimes even carrying this team when he is the lowest rated team player on the team, just in general, or on the average. He has been carrying sometimes in this team, which hasn't really allowed Deadly Dave to show himself off that much. It hasn't really been needed, and that's a good thing as well, now that it is needed, that he's also able to show it.
Yeah, roster depth, very important, as we mentioned before. So on any given day, I think it's really important, like kind of a stat to watch that's probably underrated, is how often is the same person top fragging for a specific team, right? If that varies all the time, that's an incredible amount of roster depth. And I think Mullet Mafia have a pretty good amount. Oh yeah, this is the round there. Deadly Dave just kind of was sitting there in the corner. No one saw him for some reason, and Baba Sadik almost got that kill. But this is, I think, where Team G9 really started to struggle. We were talking about how they were able to get those early opening picks, but not necessarily convert on them towards the end, right? They would instantly get those and then instantly lose those. So the early advantage not really going in Team G9's favor towards the last few rounds that they had. But either way, I think Mullet Mafia, right, they have that depth to their team, able to kind of top frag a variety of players and kind of cycle them out. So not every single player, or not all the players on the team are relying on the same player to tie a top frag, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sora as well, to see who's going to top frag there. But at the same time, if they will continue to have that multiple players style of fragging row and the aggressive plays, as I said before, I'm not necessarily sure if you have a position on the map like Sora that is like, for example, Cafe, where you can peek out, get a certain frag, or re-aggress into where you know there's going to be a player around the corner. I don't really know. I don't think there's a position like that in Sora. Maybe around middle, or maybe around around the A side there. You could be seeing some aggressive spots like that, but in that regard, I feel like Mullet Mafia might be having a little bit more of a troublesome situation going their way. But on the other hand, as we said previously, the matchup has been already there with Canals and the side of Soar, which both of them have gone the way of Mullet Mafia before. So we might be seeing the same situation undergo in this game, as of course we've got ourselves Soar coming up next.
Yeah. Soar coming up soon, and I believe, honestly, Soar is a map where Chaos can be very effective, as a matter of fact, because the rotations are, I wouldn't say as quick as some maps, but still pretty quick, right, between those sites. And as we know, B retake is one of the hardest things to do, it seems, on Soar. So it seems like Soar, one of the few maps that I think the Breach often have a decent advantage, right? At least with sizable utility, you can really isolate the coalition side when it comes to just taking a bomb site. So it will be interesting to see how they utilize utility, or if they just kind of go for gunfights consistently. But also, once again, we do have to realize it is a knife round to start to pick who decides which side they start on. So whether it's Mullet Mafia, whether it's Team G9 that wins that knife round, that'll determine which side each team starts on eventually. But I believe the teams kind of are piling into this game. And Jesse, are we thinking it's going to be a similar scoreline to last time, a very close one, or is it going to be a little more one-sided, do you think?
I have a feeling that Mullet Mafia is going to continue to have success, unless Team G9 sticks with their same lineup. If they're going to stick with their same lineup, we're going to see it in the knife round. I feel like Team G9 is going to make it close. Otherwise, it could be a very, very fast game coming in for the side from Mullet Mafia. So those are going to be my own little differences I have to think about. I'm going to be checking it out once the knife round is coming in. And here we will see. We're waiting. This is always going to be very, very important and always just very exciting to watch whichever players we will, in fact, be seeing. We might actually be seeing it after the knife round.
Yeah, maybe. I think they'll all go over towards long. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. And okay, let's see here. Shadow Valley, GTA. I'm seeing similar players here.
Yeah, that's such a Mullet Mafia. We have to see the other guys, and they're all in a line, so they're not making it easy for me.
I think I see the same players from the Team G9 side. Yeah, it'll keep fair, Balvin, Baba. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. No, okay, we're up for a close game. We're up for a close game, guys. That's nice. No, but that's just what I'm saying, right? Team G9, I feel like they've played one playoffs game now against Invictus. They've won that 1-2-0. Now switching lineups when you've already played a map against Mulip Mafia, and now just trying to adjust on something that I don't really think that you have to necessarily fix. I think it's just Mulip Mafia playing a very good game. I feel like you're gonna have a whole lot more going on Source. So I really like that Team G9 is going for the same type of style that they're going for, and that will make this a close game again. But the question will always remain, like, will that be enough whenever Mulip Mafia is gonna shine? That's the main question coming into this. So I'm excited. Mulip Mafia has chosen to go for that coalition side. That's where they're starting on. Will that aggressive style be shining through? You can already see that this map is not really favored to go for any aggressive plays. So just sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah, we'll see here what they can do. As it seems, Team G9 is aggressive, gonna try, it seems like, pincer move onto the A site, and Mulip Mafia have a good amount of utility that they're using right now, but Valley now has to fall back to his teammate. Shadow finds one kill. Can he take down Balvin? Yes, they do, and they stop that one hit on the A site. Now it's a 3 versus 4, and Team G9 looks like they're having to back away from this push. They don't have any necessary inroads to the A site yet, but Crux does find Deadly Dave. And now Melocane, can he get this kill? Yes, he does. Adalkey taken out. Crux now kind of separated very far from Fair. And I think Valley is sitting in that corner waiting, hoping that he can get that kill. Yes, he does take down Fair. That's the bomb down, and really no chance here for Crux unless he can pull off an incredible 1v3 clutch here. Let's just down himself. 20 seconds left. And I think they're just toying with him now, maybe trying to get him after time or something. No, Neville Kane does take him out. Crux now with 10 seconds left would have to pull off an incredible feat. Doesn't look likely here. Valley will shut him out here. Mulip Mafia take the pistol round, and well, it's a good start for them. No bomb plant even for G9 either.
Yeah, that's a good round for Mulip Mafia coming in, not allowing anything to happen. Good start here on that coalition side. Thinking of it, be a little bit more breach-sided. I'm not necessarily too sure how that will be going forward for this map. I've not casted too much of SOAR myself, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see how these plays will be, and if we can see a great style from Mulip Mafia coming in. If we can see the Mulip Mafia style coming in, the very forgiving, very aim-heavy style they're approaching, and that's exactly what they're doing. Triple in the round already to start things off, and Deadly Dave possibly getting challenged soon here by Crux as well around the corner. Will Deadly Dave be aware? He's trying to jump.
Oh,
trying to get the intel, but Crux still waiting.
through the wall too.
I think he did hear Deadly Dave. I think he has awareness, and Shadow now joining him. They're both trying to peek together. Peek the 50 out, but not able to get the frag. Shadow will find it. And a flawless round with a wallbang for Mulip Mafia.
Yeah, that wallbang is kind of very cool. It shows the knowledge here of Mulip Mafia on where they can kind of span. But you can see, yeah, 50% win rate for both these teams. Exact same number of maps played here on this map. So it really could be a toss-up, but right now, Team G9, they're going to show if they can really make this a close match. Full SGs, full armor. Not necessarily full utility, but still, they're going to do the best they can to make Mulip Mafia hurt a little bit on round number 3.
Yeah, and I mean, immediately you saw that 50-50. One of the matches was against each other, right? And Mulip Mafia took that win. The only map that they've won on SOAR in their history has been against Team G9, whereas themselves have obviously lost one and then won one as well. But that wasn't this season, so not too sure. That was a little bit of a time ago. So we're having to take a look how that is now, because this season it hasn't been looking too good yet.
So far, something that's been typical for most of these teams. Seems like typically it's a pretty quick round, but right now it looks like Team G9, 45 seconds left on the clock. They have a lot of players right outside the lobby area. Will they go over towards the A site, or will they backtrack over towards mid? And right now, out of key. Bots out over towards reception. Flashes out and tries to buy time. 20 about 25 seconds left on the clock. Team G9, they're gonna have to make a move very soon, and it looks like they're aiming all towards B. Mullet Mafia now rotating players over towards B as well. You can see here Deadly Dave does get taken out on the rotation. Valley now has to stand tall with his teammate Shadow. He's trying to stay alive, and he's gonna get huge kills here. Double, and another one for Valley. Balvin now the last player standing in a 1 versus 3. Can he get these kills? 4 seconds left. Mullet Mafia do not want to give this one up at all, and he gets one. Oh my goodness, that could have been it. Balvin could have made that clutch happen, but Mullet Mafia, Valley peeks out the last second. 6-0 now, bringing his team to 3-0.
Yeah, Trio has been taken. Mullet Mafia is finding themselves what looks like a very, very comfortable spot to be in. On a Deagle for Fair. The rest of them going for AKs as well. Obviously not the weapon that sometimes reigns supreme, mainly against Ox and GTA. First 2 kills have been found.
Oh.
Everything already fallen apart very quickly. Sadok fighting against Deadly Dave. Both players, of course, showing up their worthies in this game. Deadly Dave is now going to start to chase. Probably knows the second player is usually towards that A side, so can start to push, can afford to go for it, and catching them off with it. Just Crux remaining. He's usually angry towards B, now also known. Okay, Mullet Mafia still having a pathway where they can aggress on. Obviously, as I said before, haven't really costed Sword that much before, but A long seems to be a position, cool Mark, where you can just peek and catch everyone off guard every single round.
Even with the smokes, right? That smoke didn't block off the full site of A long, so that ramp area is just, it is just basically a bullet gallery. Anytime you walk there, there's going to be hailstorm bullets. Even if there's no players there, people love to spam the smokes and see if they can get any sort of early aggression kill. But it's either Valley likes playing over towards that area. That's his position over towards the reception spot. So, see here. What can they do? B site now defended, but Team G9 have had really no luck getting onto these bomb sites. Even less luck with the bomb plants so far.
GTA, not too sure what to do. He's definitely happy. I saw him just crouching around. This time not going for the aggressive peek and just smoking off a second time. Can really see, Mark, they're trying to avoid Team G9 from having anything, and Team G9 continues to go for a long presence. I mean, at some point you should realize that you're obviously losing some fights there, and this time, because of the fear that there is, people say fear the Mafia. You can see that they're actually feared of them, so now they're finally pushing A, but they've only got 40 seconds to really make a move, so they might be put to a stop.
Yeah, I'm curious. G9, they were so aggressive on Canals, and now they're taking their sweet time, but it hasn't necessarily been working out for them that much, though maybe this time it does. GTA finds 1 kill, and the A defense is pretty weak right now. But NovoK, 3 kills! Are you kidding me? 4 kills! Is he gonna ace right now? Fair now left alone in the blink of an eye. His team is absolutely decimated. He's wondering, how did they all just falter and just collapse at the hand of NovoK? That was absolutely disgusting right there. Oh my goodness. And I think another round here for Mullet Mafia. Valley does get taken on NovoK. The ace, the ace, the ace! Let's go, NovoK. 5-0 and 5-0 on that round for NovoK as well. No death for him. All 5 kills.
That's really well done for NovoK. A player, like I said before, rating definitely not showing off his truest potential, right? He has inconsistent games. That first one, he wasn't really needed to frag. In this season, he's been top fragging as well quite often, and that's really what you're seeing from an entry fragger usually, as well as the role he's playing. Because entry fragger sometimes is, okay, you're getting 1 kill and you're falling. Sometimes it is getting no kills, just getting intel for your team and the player's trading. And sometimes it is, I'm allowed to get an ace when I'm pushing in first, because I'm the only one allowed to get kills, because I'm the first one on the site, and also the last one on the site, because then everyone is already dead. So those are roles you can really play as an entry frag, and that's what NovoK has been doing the entirety of this season. This round though, Team G9 really trying to capitalize on what has so far been going wrong, and that's actually been mostly not able to get the entries. This time they found one, and they've taken a long control without anyone able to do anything about it.
Oh, this is the best chance I think that Team G9 have had. GTA now on the ropes, the only player here over towards A, and now his teammates are trying to rotate, are getting absolutely cut off right now, just down to Shadow in the 1 versus 4. If he is able to pull this one off, I would be very, very surprised. He does not take down Crux, and finally, first round here for Team G9. I think it's that explosive blast. Look at that. 3 kills, 4th kill as well. Nevocane just has an absolute stellar round. 5th kill. There we go. But yeah, Team G9, they finally find their first round, and I think it really does have to do with them exploding onto these bomb sites. When they've gone really quickly and taken over the bomb site, it's worked out better for them than when they kind of do this tactical method. GTA now trying to fight for his life, trying to just run away, and he is going to survive. Just barely by the skin of his teeth, but only has an XD, so not much he could do with it anyways. And Mullet Mafia, interestingly enough, after winning 5 in a row, still, after just losing 1 round, don't have enough money to buy up.
Balvin reminds me of myself when I play these type of shooters. I'm always gonna go like very aggressive. Like when things are not working out, you go very aggressive into a certain spot. You take so much control. And in this round, you take control and you don't get a frag. Usually, I'm not able to get a frag. Balvin usually is. This round, of course, no one is there, so not allowed to get the frag. Seeing a push to come in all around towards the bar position. They've taken tables, now moving in towards B side. That's actually going to be a bomb that goes down. It's definitely looking very good for Team G9 now that they've once again taken a side and are possibly looking for a second round there, Mark.
Yeah, Deadly Dave now, the AUG on his own self. If he can find more than 1 kill, I think that'd be a success, but also he has armor, so he might just want to save it at the end of the day. It is fair right there, does take him out, so he won't survive, and well, Nevocane now also dead. So there we go, Team G9 pick up 2 in a row. Maybe this is what they need, and maybe this is the catalyst for them to start getting into this game.
Yeah, I have to see how this continues. Starting point has been found, and usually what we saw in that first game was 4 rounds in a row is easily achievable, and then a switch around. Maybe this game has 5 in a row and then a switch around, because Mullet Mafia seems to be a little bit lost, and now they've finally taken back that economy because they had to eco once. But don't get your heads up too much losing this round. They're once again back to an eco, and Team G9 could take themselves like 4. So you're definitely looking at a game that could still be swinging a few more times, and with the Mafia, they could be the damage dealer to it. GTA in the smoke, getting caught, as Belvin knew where he was, and GTA started missing. Some small mistakes also being made, and you can see that Team G9 is able to capitalize on them very well. They're once again with a man advantage going. 1 minute left on the clock. He's around towards both reception and the A-long. Deadly Dave himself, this time repositioned, and rotations towards the tables are now coming in. And that's usually where Deadly Dave is, so you're honestly gonna be knowing where he is, so you're going to the other side, and that's now taken B. Shadow still holding for the back lines. Double kill to his name. Instantly traced him out and makes it even better. Veli now knows B side could get challenged soon, but Crooks and Fair are not allowed to get anything, and Deadly Dave is already flanking. Has been known his position. Oh, he shot before he knew. And so Fair was able to get that kill, and is now going to run all the way towards the A side, but rotation are also coming in. They're already at McLaren. That's where Novacane is. It's starting to swing for more. And on to A. This will be a 1-for-1 fight, and Novacane has to win. Catches off Fair. Time is running low, so Crux needs to fight this kill and get the bomb plant. Needs to win this fight, and another one around the corner in Veli. He's going to try, but Veli stops him. So G9 cannot continue. Mullet Mafia will at least be taking 6 in this half.
That's the type of Critical Ops action we want to see right there. Close one-on-one fights, going the full distance with just 10 seconds left. That is the pure, brutal, brilliant action we like to see. So, comes down to the wire, but Mullet Mafia, they finally pick up another. And it looks like even with the score differential, 4 rounds difference, Team G9 are really now pushing Mullet Mafia when it comes to these rounds, making them work for them. And now 5 players rushing all from pool. It seems like that A defense is going to be tested very quickly here. Nevocane, really the only player on the A bomb site, probably calling for some teammates to go help him out right now. Yeah, you can see there GTA rotating on back. Lots of players at McLaren. Novacane now taken out, and now 5 versus 4. They're shut out from this bomb site, Mullet Mafia.
Yeah, Mullet Mafia not able to get anything going, and we see Mark, everything just starting to crumble. Veli not allowed to go all the way towards this nuke position now. Making his way in, and I'm not too sure if Veli and GTA are getting anything going here. Behind the ventilations, and Looks like at least GTA is saving, and Feli will do the same. They know that when they save, they're possibly going to have some weapons going into the next round. And I hope that for them that they're going to be allowed to save, because Team G9 is already hunting with at least 3.
Yeah. Back and forth. Here we go. This is what we like to see. Not necessarily just a super one-sided game, but Mullet Mafia now they're trying to just save, trying to stay alive as long as they can. Oh, will he stay alive even here? I think he will. Yes, they both stay alive, but it's a nice replay. Shadow making it work here for Mullet Mafia in the previous round somehow, some way, as we now see a 6-3 scoreline. But yeah, this was a nice play. That 1v1, another 1v1 right here from the Valley. So, ladies and gentlemen, round number 10. Mullet Mafia now. Not necessarily the best equipment. The MP7. When was the last time you saw the MP7 here, Jesse?
Nice.
It's been a while.
And FP6, MP7. What a weapon combination. And Novocaine, which is already starting to run in from behind. Deadly Dave with the arc opening up. Now Prescience of course there, and a flank to come in. So that will be taking awareness off. Novocaine has already been spotted, and Veli, that's all that's left really with the rifle. Good for him that he finds another. And Novocaine, oh, that will soon be taken down. Adoki will find him. And the MP7 not put to work. It's a 1 in 3 for Veli. It's all that he can do. Trying to let him cross, trying to catch him off guard, but Sadok will disallow.
Yeah, back and forth. We might be seeing a very similar half scoreline here. Round number 11. Will we see a 6-6? Team G9 looks like maybe they're gaining momentum now coming into this half switch. The KSG from Valley. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a weapon that has been a lot of spoken of course, before. Last season, even the skin, of course, to be named to it because it was played that much in the season. And now they're playing it as well with the M4s. And the M4s are doing everything now. Look at that. A 4 in 2 has been created. Fair. Down to 70 health as Shadow still started going for more. This round is still doable, though, for Team G9. They're making a comeback.
Want to slow it down right now. Have over a minute on the clock, but Crux, he's just going to run through. Shadow sacrifices his life. And all of a sudden, that 4-on-2 turned into a 2-on-2 now. Mullet Mafia basically throws away their advantage. For the bomb to have a free passage onto the A site? No. Valley now has that KSG. Tries to go in. Does not have the range or really the semblance to defend. And now Deadly Dave is going to have to go in solo to defend this bomb site. Pulls out that KSG perhaps, or is he going to try and... No, he's waiting. He's confirming that this is the right exact angle, and he gets both. Both kills at the perfect moment there. Deadly Dave, dastardly duo with double kills right there.
Oh my goodness.
7-4. Here we go, Mullet Mafia. Is this the exact same, maybe not the exact same, I guess reverse scoreline. If we have 7-5, but this time Mullet Mafia has that 7, that would be quite the interesting storyline.
Yeah, it would be the same, and then Team G9 takes it back on the coalition side. I mean, that would be the absolute storyline continuing. But to be honest, with that, Deadly Dave has been playing with how close these rounds have been with weaker weapons. Now that they actually have that full buy, I feel like the Mafia is going to take it away. And Deadly Dave there in that last round, great that he catches up the first and then instantly goes for the second, because he knows if Crux knows where he is, he's still going to be a little bit confused, like where exactly? Where was he? And then when Crux is still in a little bit of an unawareness spot, he can try to catch him off, and otherwise it's going to be a hands-on fight where Crux knows where he's coming from and Deadly Dave doesn't, because he's no idea where Crux should be. So well played for Deadly Dave to instantly look for that one-on-one in the end. And it's just well done for Mullet Mafia now with the time slowly ticking. Deadly Dave, aggressive, fair, wants to let him peek. This kill could be used. This kill could be the round.
Slow and Team G9, once again, we know how they've dealt with these slower rounds at the very end. right now going in their favor. Alukeet finds 3. Oh no, not 3. Almost 3, but 2 back in their favor. And now just down to Deadly Dave. Can he do this combo right now? He knows he has to find massive kills. That flash slows him down. Now he's down to 9 HP. Does he have nades? He can throw nade out right now if he wanted to. Perhaps even deny the bomb plant. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And Team G9, the exact same scoreline but flipped from last game on Canals. Mullet Mafia now with a slight advantage moving into the second half.
Yeah, now Mullet Mafia going on to that attacking side themselves, or the breach side. I mean, it is the attacking side all of a sudden. You gotta attack the bomb sites, and that's where Team G9 will have to deal with. Mullet Mafia on that breach side. I mean, it's a cool combination if you ask me. And I'm very much looking forward to see what they're gonna be able to bring here on this second half. I feel like it's gonna be some nice newfound strategies. Maybe a little bit more thought about than what Team G9 was going for themselves. It was mainly just head-first fights. And that could be suiting Mullet Mafia a little bit going into this second half. Just themselves already winning, of course, that previous game that they played against Team G9 on. And now, of course, having that advantageous position going on to a map, or going into a second half with a map that you are fully aware of how you're playing, and you are kind of aware of how Team G9 was playing back in that day. So this can only be going more and more in the favor of Mullet Mafia, I think.
They're going to be able to dictate the pace now on the breach side. Yeah. So it seems like this A defense, yes, there's a couple players around A, but only one on A. That's Balvin. And if he gets taken out here, he won't actually still staying alive. And now they're all cornered in one area. The momentum now seemingly shifting in favor of Team G9. But no, they're going to make their way on into the bomb site. Alukeet now trying to flank them around. GTA now does get taken out. So 2 versus 3. Shadow does get taken out as well. Deadly Dave does get the bomb plant down, but he has to have a 1 versus 3 clutch, and he won't do it. Team G9 win the pistol round. And they're still in this one here, 6-7.
Bomb has been defused.
Yeah, rotations are key. We spoke about it, and you can see that Team G9 is already on the side before Mullet Mafia even thinks about it. So this is definitely going to be interesting going forward. And as you can see, both affairs went into a 2-0 because it was best of 2s. Maybe if there was a third mapper, of course, Team G9 would have gotten it. Or maybe if there was a best of 3 like this, it would have been different. Those were both best of 2s coming out, and a best of 3 will be added on top. But can Mullet Mafia be putting the cherry on top here in this game as well? Because you can see the rush that comes in. The Team G9 that is still aware, well aware of what's going on, which is a spray down that could potentially be arising. Crux with 2, a third in a round, and damage of Valley and Novocaine. A done deal, you should say, and a done deal it is. 7-7, all things tied up in this game. And Team G9, they're definitely taking some momentum going into this second half.
Yeah, but now Mullet Mafia, they have money to buy, so full weapon, full utility. And even with no bomb plants, Mullet Mafia still have some sort of advantage. They were able to get onto the bomb site last time and get the bomb plant, so that's key for them to get some money advantage. And they love hugging this pool area, it seems. But right now, just playing defaults, not overly aggressing, waiting for Team G9 to hopefully make a mistake.
Trying to go for some over aggressive plays potentially. That's where they're kind of hinting towards. Belvin has been going for some aggressive plays, which has usually been working out. As soon as he went for aggressive plays, it worked out. As soon as he stick back, he was the one falling. So this time also doing some damage on Valley. It's immediately proving my point, but he still has yet to get himself that opening. Just some damage for now.
Okay, all right, Mullet Mafia now, they're just really tearing apart the defense on Team G9. The bomb all the way still over towards pool area. Crux finally finds one. Balvin now as well. Can't get anything else. So a 1 versus 4. The bomb will make its way over towards the A site. Even though Crux is over there on the A site, Novocaine does take him out. So Mullet Mafia just 5 rounds away now from taking this in a 2-0 fashion and repeating history like twice before.
Yep, grand final could also be on the line. That would be for the second time in a row, but Mafia does it. And it's just been an absolute, I mean, great sort of streak for the organization of Mullet Mafia as well. Because what they've done is they've won Embers of Victory Season 3. They've been second in Pro League Season 2, the first Pro League that they actually competed. And then after that, they could be the ones taking another finalist spot here in Pro League Season 3. And that you're setting yourself up so nicely for Worlds. And Mullet Mafia is definitely still, although they've lost against Violent GG in that upper bracket, in that qualifier number 1, I feel like they're still the highly favorites going into the grand final with a best of 5 and with the all map versatility that has to be coming in. So I'm looking forward to it if Mullet Mafia is able to do it, because history could be continuing to right itself. Second place in Season 2 to a first place in Season 3. It's such a great legacy that Mullet Mafia would put up. Such a great record of tournaments.
Reach wins.
Yeah, and they're marching their way on over towards that right now, 9-7. As still don't think Team G9 have the greatest buy. They are gonna buy out right now, but still not the best.
Yeah, that's problematic, really. They've almost nothing. Yeah, almost nothing. An MP7. Yeah, nice, Sadok.
Let's see here. Can G9 hold the line as Mullet Mafia tries to breach it? Well, 3 players from Mullet Mafia all over towards the umbrella area. Trying to see what they can do here. Fair. Up close. Over towards mid. See here, Balvin does take down Shadow over towards Pool. So the bomb now has to be retrieved by Valley, and he's actually very much isolated from the rest of his team. Even if he goes over towards mid, he might get cut off here. Believe, no, they're just taking them down one by one. Mullet Mafia, not really much they can do right now. It seems as if they are under a bit of pressure. Novocaine does take him out, so it's a 3 versus 3, but HP favoring Team G9 still. And we'll see, 50 seconds left on the clock here. Mullet Mafia, what can they do here?
Yeah, and pressure favoring them. I mean, it didn't really favor Mullet Mafia when we look at that last matchup, of course, that we have seen Violent GG versus Mullet Mafia. Every time it went to round 25, Mullet Mafia wasn't able to win it. So maybe now, under the pressure, slowly gonna start to fall a little. But Team G9 having to do so too, with Balvin having really played that much in the season that he's played. So we're also gonna have to see him play under pressure now when the push starts coming in. He is blinded. Novocaine will take away the first. Veli is coming in from behind to take him down. And now just Fair that starts swinging to catch Novocaine, but still has to find Veli. So 1-on-1. It's Fair running in. Veli trying to peek around the corner. Swinging back and forth, trying to catch him. Fair shot first. Veli still swinging. It's a game of timing. Once more, bullets starting to fall. 5 bullets left for Fair, whereas Veli has a whole ton to work with. Veli just needs one, and through the head, through the skull, right between the eyes of Veli, the kill will be found, and Team G9 is up to 8 all of a sudden.
That was down to the wire. 5 bullets, like you said. He has 1 left at the time where he kills Valley. So Fair, he pulls it out. He makes that clutch happen, and now 1 round separating them versus 3. That's huge here for Team G9.
Yeah, this is looking good all of a sudden for Team G9, and 1 more round, Mark, and you're potentially going to see Mullet Mafia being in an awkward spot economy-wise, maybe because Deadly Dave then doesn't have any money. They're going to go for an eco, or they force in everything they can and hope for the best, with a round after that being a little bit troublesome. So yeah, it's kind of forcing the issue at this point, but on the other hand, Mullet Mafia still have full SGs, right? And that's crazy to think about. You've just lost like the 2 in a row almost, and gonna go ahead and potentially go for more. Yeah, getting that defuse in the end as well. It's looking good. Or getting the bomb plant, yeah, for Mullet Mafia. It's 1,000 each. It's looking good now.
GT already opening up first. Can they retreat back? No one dies. That's important here. Everyone's staying alive. A 5v4 clear advantage now for Mullet Mafia, but Baba, he's gonna try and come back. GTA, and he gets taken out too. Novocaine doesn't want to risk his life now too. So now they're just gonna try and rush on into this B bomb site, but now they're being pincered. No, actually, it's all the way over towards A. And Fair now, what is happening right now? It seems like there's a bit of lag. Deadly Dave gets knocked out, and that bomb, it just sits now, not in his possession. Shadow has to be the hero today to come and find that bomb, but it doesn't look likely. Now he's just sitting here waiting, hoping that he can find someone. Novo Kane finds one, and that's it. Oh, he'll actually get another one, but still a tie game now, 9-9. And the money, actually, I still think Mullet Mafia does have money to buy, but still came down to it. And yeah, here's that clutch from Fair. Right, you said not that many bullets, right? He kept spamming it. 5 bullets left in this encounter, and he gets the crucial headshot right here. Bam. 1 bullet left. Goes for that defuse. And now we're at 9-9. Deadly Dave only has that deagle, but still everyone else has money to buy, so still somehow Mullet Mafia, they're not going to go down without a fight.
Nope, they're continuing to force up, and that round is so crucial. 1-on-1 could have swung the other way, and then we're probably having a done deal. Team G9, because they lose every round, or they win every round with so little players, they're kind of losing on the economy department as well. You can see barely any money left in their reserves, losing this round, and you're gonna get yourself 1 or 2k to work with, which obviously kind of concedes the whole position that you brought yourself into. 11-9 could then be possible. That's Kurch fallen. Opener not there to decide for Mullet Mafia. Sodak still trying to run in. Such experienced player is a triple. Beautifully done there for Baba Sadok, making it work. The Swedish IGL so long in this scene and proven himself time and time again.
Oh my goodness.
Falling to Deadly Dave in the end, getting taken down, and 3 more players that could do anything about this for the side from Team G9, as there's a flank for Balvin coming in any second.
Yeah, this is it turned on its head instantly. Mullet Mafia now. Deadly Dave, okay, another kill. So now a 2 versus 2 coming. What? 4 kills? What?
He takes them all in that round. Mullet Mafia, they're taking it.
I'm done.
And that's 1,000 for Team G9 on the board. You thought things were stabilized, Mark. I totally get you. But then all of a sudden, the flank was being caught on. A weapon got picked up by Deadly Dave, and he had just a deagle at the beginning of this round.
It's the dirty.
Then he had an SG and everything. Yeah, it's just dirty. I mean, he is absolutely amazing. He's been there in the community, same with Sadok, for so long, and you can see why. Fulgren, such a liked player in the scene, and now called Deadly Dave for a reason, because he is deadly. Pistols, don't forget that. Team G9 have just pistols now to stop Mullet Mafia from going to 11.
Well, see if Team G9 can hold on with just XDs. I don't believe that's likely. It would be an absolute miracle for Team G9 to hold on, but it seems like Mullet Mafia will go on to round number 11, and maybe we see the exact same outcome again. 2-0 potentially. Fair now trying to fight for his life, or just run away, maybe even. Nevo can't, as well as teammates just getting absolutely decimated one by one, torn apart, ripped apart. And well, Adalkeet now, nothing they can do. No players getting any kills.
Oh, I love to see Deadly Dave step it up. And here, this round, like, Deadly Dave gets another one, picks up an SG. And then, here, Fallen is in a corner where I'm not too sure why he's playing in that corner, because he knows Deadly Dave can soon see him. So that's a little bit questionable. But then the fact that Deadly Dave pushes in and knows someone is up left as well, when he shouldn't have been able to do so. I mean, he is back, and I really like to see it, because this season has been the Mullet Mafia show. I mean, you haven't been able to cast too many of Eurasia, but I can tell you, Mullet Mafia have won every single game that they could potentially have. They had like 18 points out of the 6 matches, or 15 points out of the 5 matches that they've played in this season. And they've just done everything right, it seems like. This season has been great for them, unless, of course, you're thinking about the playoffs, where they lost the first game 2-0, but that still doesn't mean they can do it to another team. And it seems like it's more and more likely, Mark, that this one is going to go and repeat history, as you said. The 3rd time Mullet Mafia will do it, but the 1st time that we actually see Team G9 in the playoffs, but also the 1st time that we see them lose in the playoffs in the best of 3 then.
Okay, Deadly Dave starting off strong. Can Team G9, can they answer back? Yes, Baba and Adalkeet, okay. 4 versus 3 now, but Mullet Mafia, they've never been a team to be distraught by a disadvantage. So 2v3 now as it's down to Shadow. And the 1 versus 3, he doesn't even have control of the bomb all the way on the other side of the map. 35 seconds left too, and I'm sure Crux has heard him at this point. Do they know of his position? Now Adel Keith's been taken out. Can he take down Crux? Don't know if he's been made over. Now he knows Crux is in position. Can he get the kill? Yes, he does. 1 versus 1 now. It's going to come down to the reload. Is he going to get it? Now Shadow knows exactly where Baba Sadok is. 14 seconds left. Baba Sadok is playing ring around the rosy with his opponent now. And can he get this kill? Oh no. Oh no. What's going to happen now? 5 seconds left and Shadow doesn't try and go for the kill. Baba Sadok will stay alive. That was almost extremely close. Chasing them down, but Shadow picks the wrong option. Doesn't go for the chase. Instead tries to go for the bomb plant. Wrong direction, and Team G9 stay alive one more round.
I mean, he went for the chase, but he didn't expect Babasonic, and that's a cool play for him that he did there. He goes left side there, which is usually back to the side, which is usually not where you want to end up with, right? You want to go as far off the side as possible where the player was on. But Babasonic went towards the left side, which was towards the side, and then Shadow expected him to go right side, because that's further from the bomb side away. So he actually made a little bit of an, I would say, generous play by going towards the other side and actually making it work with it. This round still doesn't mean G9 has any cash left, right? Only one player surviving, but the buy doesn't really need to be good when you're winning a round.
Okay, Mullet Mafia now sweating a little bit. 3 versus 5. It looks like they might not have the composure up for them. Try to figure out what they can do right now as GTA tries to push on through. Gets taken out. And a 2 versus 5 now. Heavily in favor of Team G9. Could be around here, but no. 2 kills back and forth. Another kill back and forth. Oh my goodness, that was almost close. Valley with 2 kills. Adalkeep finally puts an end to it, but still 11-11 tie game. Jesse, we're going the full distance here, it seems.
Yep, it seems to be a chance for around 24, maybe even around 25. With Mafia losing crucial rounds and some 1v1s going both ways. And now us seeing this all unfold right before our eyes. A fast play from Mullet Mafia seems to come in towards the B site. At least that's where they're heading with 4. 1 towards Umbrellas. And then obviously the double peek for Crux and Babasonic that comes out. Babasonic needs to win that fight. Otherwise it's going to be troublesome. They've taken control over the pool part. But they're going to start going down towards that pool side as well. Towards I think that's the opportunity that Mullet Mafia is going to take. But every path still smoked on. Allowing for a slow execute to start coming in. Look, they're taking more space. Balvin still having to be cleared. Top of the McLaren and second person. The name of Crux still hanging around towards A. Long being the rotator in this round. Kill to be found. Ooh. Balvin to fall. And now the player can start to run in Crux. He can take the A site. But so can Mullet Mafia. So this will be a heads-on fight. Crux has to hold himself tight. And Adolkid is already coming in from the McLaren to try and help it. So this will be troublesome. Site seems to be under control. There goes Adolkid, expecting Crux to hold him. But not to be fair, also falls. And Crux was the one that had to hold this site, but couldn't really do so. And now it's just all that's left. Everyone getting picked apart. This bomb will go down. There's a 3-on-1 to stop Crux from winning the round, to stop Team9 from probably winning this game. Because how much money will they get, Mark? They get 1,000. And they have nothing in the final round that they need to win.
That is a disaster here for Team G9. It came down to it, and really it was that slither pass Crux just didn't see. And yeah, it was just they were able to sneak their way into that bomb site, pick off the defenses, and now Team G9. Incredible to me that they're not staying together with just pistol. I guess they have M4s as well, but still their power is very much deflated compared to Mullet Mafia here. So seems like Mullet Mafia might take this one 13-11. They don't want to go to a third map here. They just want to end it right here, right now.
And Crux doesn't have any armor. So he could have dropped a weapon to Balvin, which has full armor and an XG to work with. He really is looking for a person to fall or for potentially someone to take away a fight. saw like Ankrox all both low to low HP, and this is a double kill mark. I mean, your prediction seems to come through, as Bullet Mafia had the chance to win this round, and now just pistols are remaining.
Yeah, I think it's the beginning of the end here, unless Babasada can find... No, he misses all of his shots. Okay, all right. I think...
Yeah, GG's. Oh, I mean,
wow.
You don't want to see this back. You would rather want to just end it. It already ended. Doesn't matter, Bubba. It doesn't matter. No worries.
Wow.
You had just the deagle. It's okay. Those things can happen. But of course, this is something that will haunt you forever if you see this back at streams. People making clips of it. Mullet Mafia taking it 2-0, cool mark. Once again, we have ourselves the derby between Violent GG and Mullet Mafia. In the regular season, Mullet Mafia won that game 2-0. In the playoffs, Violent GG won it 2-0. And now we have a best of 5 to decide it all. And that's kind of the game 5 of the deciding, right? Both teams have already won twice. And now we'll see what the final one will be. But that's a best of 5 banger. I'm already excited for tomorrow.
Yeah. Minimum 3 maps, and it'll be a test of endurance as well between these two teams. Not just tactics, but also endurance. When will they start getting sloppy? When will they start missing shots or throwing nades just, you know, willy-nilly randomly, right? So we'll see here Mullet Mafia versus Violent GG, as you mentioned, tomorrow. That 2-0 victory. Close game still, 13-10, 13-11, but no cigar here for Team G9. They lose their map pick of Canals, and MFA, of course, pick up their map pick of Soars. So tomorrow we'll see that grand finals. Jesse will be there. I will not be there, but you will have Jesse's great commentary to enjoy. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for today from us. This is the best of 3 that Mullet Mafia did conquer. Port left out. No need for Port, actually. Mullet Mafia said we can end early tonight. Have a nice little dinner. So they're just wanting to get off to their evening on a good start. And well, it seems like Mullet Mafia probably have some celebrating to do. Maybe not too much. Maybe tomorrow if they win, then they'll celebrate a ton more. But it seems for now, Mullet Mafia are going to come out on top today. And well, Team G9, unfortunately, they're going to be sent to 3rd place.
Yeah, they really are. And we saw that bracket, of course, being updated. Once again, a final, which going to be a lot of fun. The Americas already was, right, with a full best of 5 in its fullest, right? All the servers going the way I've expected that in the end, Evil Vision taking their 2nd round. But for Eurasia, we'll have our 3rd champion, either Violent GG or Mullet Mafia. And I definitely want to suggest you to be here tomorrow, of course, to check it out. But for now, as Cool Mark said, the stream has come to an end. For now, of course, the admins, thanks for them for helping us out, of course, to get it all sorted out. A big shout out to them for being here every single time, helping us out. The viewers at home, of course, you guys for being here, sticking around with us and watching the scene. And as I said, would definitely suggest being here tomorrow as well. Would really look forward to seeing all your beautiful messages in the chat with Fear the Mafia. I mean, they're really to be feared of, and I really hope the final tomorrow is going to be very good looking as well. Of course, the sponsors to help us out with everything behind the scenes. It's always been a lovely pleasure to be here. And of course, for them, of course, making this all doable, making this all possible. And of course, the teams participating for today and tomorrow. Thanks a lot for all of these people to be here. Even if I forgot some people, thank you guys, everyone that's been here around, whatever you have been around for. Just so much thank you for being here. For now, I want to thank you guys all for watching. We'll see you guys all tomorrow with Eurasia finals of Pro League Season 3. And for now, there's only one thing left for me to say, and that is bye everyone, and hope you guys are all having a fantastic day.
Take care, everybody.